winds, and 15-second flips. Draw these all out from where there was good size displacement, breaks the structure, things like that. So this is the last one we've got, and then this one here. All these, they're significant because of the energy of the move. So that's basically it. If it breaks its local structure and takes previous structure as well, that makes it even a better zone, I think. I have to go back to see, like this one, it broke its internal structure and it broke previous structure also to push through. So it's sort of an A+ setup if it does that. So I have high hopes for this move right here. Displacement into it, displacement out of it. You find these at the extremes and in big moves. News pushes, news, when it's pulling back up through news, it leaves a lot of stuff in the pullbacks. To me, those are, calling them Omaha zones. Just a 1 minute zone has some specific criteria on it that makes it, for me, a higher probability zone. Rather than trying to take all the 1 minute zones in through here, I'll sit back and I'll wait for these zones to be hit. These ones that are internal have significant, moves out of them also. And maybe they broke for levels of structure. I think one of these did in here. I remember pointing one out, but now I don't. Oh, this one right here. Oh, this push here broke its local structure, and then it broke its previous structure also. There is a valid high right here, and there's also a valid high right here. To me, that was a significant move. Those are the only ones I'll take in current price action. Otherwise, I have my zones drawn out. It's like you would mark your highs and lows out at the beginning of the session and wait for something to be hit and reaction from that. Very similar to how I was trading before. And I've got all the below pretty much mapped out. If we get down this low, these are all 12-minute zones. Then I go inside and I get the 1 minute zones that are nested. That becomes my targets inside the 12-minute zone. If we come down here, especially if it's around the 50%, but this would be the SNDR of the 12-minute zone, most likely, the 30%. So if there's a zone in the 30%, I'm going to expect a nice bounce. If there's a zone in the 50%, I won't just take the 50% on a 12-minute zone because it's too big. You can't manage risk with that. But if there's a nested zone in this area, I'll take it. And obviously, if there's one down here by the origin, I'll take it as well. I'm only going to target 5 points or the zone itself, depending on how big it is. Like these are here are 17 points. I'd be risking 8.5. 15 points. Well, manageable. I dropped to 5 micros and trade that whole zone. I just use the 12-minute because that's what PAC uses and Magna uses it, and it seems to work. You can use the 15. Yes. I mean, it depends. I mean, whenever you come back down, you're waiting for the continuation on these. Like if it's under me, planning on a continuation, this is a pullback. I'm taking both sides. Zones deliver both ways. I've been having good luck with it rejecting, and I'm having good luck with it supporting. So it works as resistance because of what we're dealing with as far as the criteria of the zone. If it's above me, I'm looking for a rejection. If it's below me, I'm looking for a bounce. Obviously, if we're bearish on our 12-minute structure, so all the shorts feel better, right? I mean, we're expecting, at this point, I don't know, because we're so close to taking the top. When we were down here, all of these were expectations that if we're bearish, we continue bearish, and the shorts are good. Higher up we get, maybe less probable that is, but we'll still should get a reaction up here. We should definitely get bounce out for a continuation. At least for 5 points in most cases. Or if I'd have went, 6 or 7 or maybe I do some math for the size of the zone. Instead of just doing a straight 5 points on a big zone, maybe I take a percentage to give me a little bit more room. I just started doing this. So, okay, so we got... Right, so that zone delivered. Beautiful. 100% on zones delivering the entire zone so far today. And we've taken, 4 or 5 trades now, so that's a good hit rate. Now we'll see, right? It wicked through. I was short on this, so that worked. But let's see what happens when it wicks through the zone and closes inside. Does it keep coming down? Does it go back up? If it would have went up and wicked me out and done that, I'd already be back in the trade, and my stop would be right here. Expecting it to come down more just because of where we're at, but we did sweep that swept that range once already, came back up, took it again. So, good reaction off the 50%. If it would have come down here the first time, then we'd have had a double. We'd had a double. There were some doubles earlier on this type of zone where the 50% worked twice to cover the whole zone. So interesting. As Scott said, unreal. Oh man, I want to be known for the unreal. I want it to be commonplace here. What's that Mark guy doing today? That shit's unreal. Yeah, I mean, do with this, play with this, go back and back test it for yourself and see what you get. I mean, like I said, I'm hitting ridiculous win rates right now. I've over 200% hit my cash account in 2 months, right? Well over 200% now. As I've been, showing those live reviews on Twitter. And I've been mixing in more and more of this as we go. So this week I was able to hit my goal in 3 trading days. I was done. Well, Min King on a strong trend, every EMA is going to hold because it's a strong trend. It's tells you what you already know. The EMAs tell you you're in a strong trend, but you can look at price action and see you're in a strong trend too. Trust the price action and the protected highs and lows more than I do the EMA. Yeah, I mean, the EMAs work. I mean, people use them and they have success, and that's built into their thing, and I got nothing against it. But for myself, more confident just using this action. I've gotten away from, I don't have any indicators on my chart anymore. Draw everything out. This is naked chart, basically. Just price action, just structure, just understanding liquidity and where price is most likely to go before it can go take its next move. Like with Robinhood, I use indicators to have an idea of the direction, just in order to pick the first direction for the trade. It was just a criteria that someone else had put in there that we adapted, and that works for that trade. It has a specific function rather than to tell you you're just in a trend. This one tells you which side of the trade you're going to take. It cannot even be really a visible difference. That's how you make it mechanical. Is you say if this EMA is on top, you go short. If this EMA is on bottom, you go long. At that point, when they're really close together, it probably doesn't even matter, but you need a signal to tell you which way to go. That's it. Okay, so look at all this money up here. Look at all this money. And then look at all this money here. We come down and mitigate a little bit first. Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, whether we bump from here and continue bearish on external structure, we get bounces here. What do you want to bet? We come down here, we're going to get a bounce. Down here, maybe get a bounce. And continue down, get a bounce, a bounce. Easy Trade FX, you're new. Welcome to the stream anyway. I guess mostly everybody's new to the stream because I haven't done it in so long. Teren, Karen with a C, new. Welcome. CD, welcome. Aesthetic in the house, man. Good to see you. Really wish I would have recorded this. This would have been an amazing video to be able to explain this exactly and show, the results live. Damn it. A lot of times when I make these 2 and 3 hour videos, they have the lowest views because people don't want to sit there and try to just watch. We don't have the attention span for it. So, I used to record, all my live streams and stuff, and I put them on there, and they didn't get a lot of views. So I was like, well, just aren't that interested in that kind of stuff.